Hello everyone and welcome to this Selenium Python framework series. In this particular session, we will implement the login page object. So let's begin. In our previous session, we have implemented the base page. Now we will implement the page object for this login page. Here we have three fields. One is username, password, then we need to click on the login. So let's go to the PyCharm and let's implement the page object for this particular login page. In PyCharm, inside the pages, what we need to do is that just go here, right click, go to new, go to Python file and name it as login underscore page and press enter. Now, first thing is that we need a Selenium WebDriver, and from Selenium WebDriver, we need to import by because we need to locate the elements. So from Selenium dot WebDriver dot com dot by and import by. And secondly, basically we need to inherit this base page because it has the load method, right? It has this click type, right? So it has these methods, right? So we need to utilize those methods. That's the purpose of creating the base page so that we can reuse them. Okay. So in the login page, so first thing is that we need to import this one here. And so from dot base underscore page, we need import the base page. And now let's create a class and let me name it as login page. And here what we need to do is that we need to inherit the base page. So I'll say base page. And now there were three fields on the page: username, password, and the login button. So let's create a variable called as username equals to, here we will have by dot. So I have already seen that it has the ID, so I will go with the ID, and the ID for the username is basically username, and similarly we will go for password is equals to, and let me copy this one and paste it over here, and the ID for this particular password field is basically password in small. And now for the login button, similarly we have login underscore button, and here again let me copy this one and paste it here, and the locator or the ID for this particular element is login dash button. And once you have located these ones, now we need to utilize those. So what I'll do is that I'll create a function. So first function will basically load the application. So let me name it as load, and this will basically load the application. So self dot open. Okay, and now this open is coming from this base page, right? So we need to provide a URL, right? So come back here, and here we need to provide the URL. So, and let's create a function for the login here. Def login, and here we need to provide the username as a string, password as a string, right? So comma username colon str comma password colon str, and here again self dot type. Now again we are using the common method basically, which is defined in the base page, right? So this will here is a tuple, right? So we need to provide in the form of tuple so that we can provide the username. Again, we will use this particular function where we need to type, right? So that's why we have written this in the base page. Now, again, self dot, you see that we have username, comma, and whatever the user will provide. Okay, so username. In the similar way, just copy this one from here and paste it here. And instead of this username, so basically we need to provide password, and we need to provide the password over here in the small. So password. And finally, this login function needs to log in. So for that, we need to click on the login button. So again, self dot click. Now this click is again coming from here, and this go here, and self dot login button. So we have created a login function because on this particular page, we just need to identify the username, password, and login button. So we need to type into the username, type into the password field, and finally we need to click on the login button. And we are utilizing these common methods which are used across the application. That's why they are written in the base page, and we are referring, or we are calling those from the base page. And here we have just inherited this base page over here. Now we just need to provide a URL over here, which I have already copied. So just provide here and save this one. So our login page object class is ready. In our upcoming sessions, we will write for the inventory page, then we will write for the login page and check out test cases. So before I end this session, let me summarize this what we have done. So we have imported by from the Selenium WebDriver com.by. We have imported this base page because we need these common methods. Then we have created a class, and this login page class is inheriting this base page. So if I go here, so this is the base page class which is inherited by this login page class. And then I created a username variable which is being used to identify or locate the username field. Same for the password field, same for the login button. And then I have utilized this load function which is defined in the base page and provide the URL. And I've created a function to log in into the application where I have typed username and password. Again, these functions are called from the base page. So our page object for the login page is ready. In our upcoming sessions, we will write for the inventory page and other pages, then find the test cases, and then we will run our test.